You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, what would the fallout be with Maxx Crosby coming back to the Las Vegas Raiders? Would there be a follow-up trade to a different team? Yes, no, maybe. All indications now look like that's a no. It looks like Maxx Crosby wants to now stay with the Raiders for good. Now, the one thing to take into consideration here, and there was a story that came out, the Dallas Cowboys were involved, one of the doctors, yada, 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 after the Ravens backed out of the deal, that indicated that just maybe the Cowboys wouldn't have passed him on a physical. But that's rumors floating around out there. We don't know that for sure. One of the issues, because the Raiders are now fully committing, it looks like, back to Maxx Crosby. Well, the other question is Maxx Crosby and Alex Guerrero gonna get along? We know there's a problem there with Tom Brady's right-hand man, his spy, so to speak, who we know is overstretching his reach, which is the understanding out there in Vegas, that he's trying to be a bit of a shot caller. You shouldn't be calling shit, to be honest. You don't have that kind of title. But nonetheless, it's causing a bunch of drama. By the way, Alex Guerrero caused a bunch of drama in New England too. Belichick banned his ass from Foxborough. Anybody remember that? Many people believe that's where the straw broke the camel's back with Brady. We've also found out there's animosity still between Brady and the Patriots. You have to wonder this, though. Let's just say it out loud. Can Maxx Crosby not pass a physical with any other team? I mean, generally speaking, if a team wants a player bad enough, they'll sort of get with their doctor and give him a little elbow and, hey, doc, we really like this player. What are we, if they can't get him pushed through under those circumstances, uh-oh. Now, the other side of this is what? The Raiders could be good. Shit, did I just say that out loud? Did I say that out loud? That the Raiders, after all the moves, and they're going to honor all their free agency moves, despite that salary of Maxx Crosby coming back into the fold, they're going to honor them all. It's a lot of money. I saw it yesterday. It's a lot of money. They're going to honor it. And in turn, don't look now, defense looks a lot better. With Maxx Crosby and some of the other pieces they picked up, like Nakobe Dean, Quay Walker, and Teron Johnson, that defense looks like it got a little something. Fernando Mendoza is going to come into the fold. And there's rumors right now about Kirk Cousins possibly coming in and being your starting quarterback until Fernando Mendoza is ready. Got a little Brock Bowers action, a little Ashton Genty action. Have a good draft. Now, do I expect the gargantuan turnaround that the Patriots had or the Redskins had? I almost said it. The Redskins had during Jaden Daniels' rookie year? I don't know. But we've seen some badass teams, some funky-ass teams, go from really freaking bad to all of a sudden really good. And in the Redskin case, back to being really bad. Max is back, apparently not leaving. Who's this? Florio. Per a league source, the Raiders are currently telling teams that defensive end Maxx Crosby won't be traded in the aftermath of the failed effort to ship him to the Ravens for a pair of first-round picks. That's pretty interesting. The Raiders are supposedly telling teams, we're not trading him. Now, is that because you feel like you got damaged goods and you can't get rid of him? Or what? Exactly. Or did the Raiders, in part, once they actually realized they were getting him back, Did the Raiders kind of take a deep breath and go, you know, our defense could be a little something, even if we can get a couple of years out of Maxx. The Raiders were told never wanted to trade him. The Raiders were told never wanted to trade him. He wanted out. That's right. That is true. He wanted out of there. Now that he's back and publicly recommitted to the Raiders, he's staying put. He did. Everything happens for a reason. Believe it, nothing you hear, and half of what you see. I'm a Raider. I'm back. Run that shit. How about this? The Undertaker. Yeah. Oh, boy. When we all saw that back in the day, you knew it was your ass. You knew it was your ass. Obviously, the question of whether Crosby could pass a physical with another team looms over the possibility of a new trade. And at minimum, it cries out for a better way to review a player's health before the horse gets out of the barn on a possible trade. The Raiders also have a solid contract with Crosby in light of the current market. As of last year, the Raiders gave Crosby a new deal that moved him to an annual of $35.5 million. It has since moved to $46.5 million. Currently, Crosby has 4 years left on his deal at an average of $29 per. And it's highly unlikely he'll be knocking on anyone else's door for a raise, at least not until he reestablishes himself after the meniscus repair that made the Ravens unwilling to proceed. Are we still buying that? Is that what we're still selling? Are we still selling that at the Raven? Because that's the other part, is that his physical was just fine. They didn't want to really and truly give up the draft picks and went and got Trey Hendrickson. They were like, yeah, Trey Hendrickson, a little longer in the tooth, but he's still a good defensive end. How about we just back out of this, go get him, and keep our draft picks? That it was more of a buyer's remorse situation. A lot of fans are like, investigate their ass. That was the battle cry yesterday morning. That it smelled like shit. Horse shit, I believe I called it. Or maybe even dog shit. I don't know. Dog? Is that you? No. He said, nah, Dad. I didn't do it. I didn't do it this time. No, you didn't. Ravens did. Interesting. Oh, man. Maxx Crosby. How about that? Recommitting. But again, Alex Guerrero, Tom Brady, there's drama there. By the way, Pete Carroll came out and defended Geno Smith. Just pointing that out. He said we were a wreck at offensive line. Yeah, that's a fact. Interesting. Y'all solidify that line a little bit. Draft you a wide receiver somewhere in there. Raiders are sneaky interesting. Sneaky interesting next year, I would say. Tell me what you think. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're still subscribed. Check out blackwhitenetwork.com. Get you some merch. Check out Friday exclusive live streams on there. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.